For the first time in a long time, female athletes are getting the recognition they deserve. In Minnesota and around the country, we've witnessed new records, new accomplishments, and renewed popularity in women's sports. From the Lynx to the Gophers welcoming more fans than ever before, to the Minnesota PWHL hoisting the league's first ever championship trophy. And we cannot forget about Minnesotans Olympians bringing home medals from the summer games. Here at WCCO, we want to celebrate the headlines and the highlights in a new digital segment we're calling Women in Sports. We'll share new stories with you every week right here. Some of the best in the state are giving back to some young athletes. 5 Gopher women's basketball players coach kids at the Senna Foundation summer camp. The clinic was through Delta Dental's See Her Be Her campaign. Their mission is to give kids a chance to meet and be mentored by positive female role models. For Gopher point guard and Hopkins native Amaya Battle, it was a special moment to share with her community.
Being able to be somebody these younger girls and boys can look up to and be like, hey, I see somebody from Minnesota doing this, I can do it too. And also just connecting with the community. Like, I'm from Minnesota, the state means a lot to me, and I just want to be able to give back and connect with my community as well. I feel like a lot of times we try and give back, but we'll give them our seconds, our spare, but these kids are getting like what they deserve, which is like people's priorities and stuff. It's
really nice to get to know, different players that have had the same difficult times like me.
They're great role models. I'm a former Gopher as well, and I recognized when I played that the importance of a mentor in terms of building my success in my career. So we reached out to them. They're phenomenal individuals.
The kids also got a lucky surprise after the clinic. Delta Dental bussed the kids over to Target Center, where they got to watch the Lynx defeat the Atlanta Dream. And for a 4th summer in a row, the Saints ballpark welcomed girls with a passion for baseball. These young players learned the fundamentals of America's pastime, and some were finding footing on the diamond for the first time.
I always wanted to try baseball. My sister and my dad always played baseball, but I always thought it was a little scary with like a baseball and boys.
My dad has played for a long time when he was little, and I've just kind of liked the sport a lot. We've gone to a lot of games and everything. I think it would be really nice if we could find a community for all girls to play baseball as they get older.
It's rare for these 7 to 14-year-olds to find an all-girls team. Most of them play with boys during the spring season, which made this camp extra special for these players. Twins youth engagement manager Chelsea Falzone knows firsthand what it's like to grow up and not always have the option to play baseball. And to make it easier for many players, she says the Twins Community Fund helps offset a lot of the costs to put these camps on.
There are so many girls around the state and around the country that want to play baseball, and it's an opportunity for us to bring those girls together from wherever they live around the state and allow them to play baseball with their peers. I grew up playing baseball on boys' teams. I played baseball until college when I switched to softball, and I never played with another girl. I never saw another girl on a ball field over a decade. So this is very personally meaningful to me. I told these girls at the start of camp that this is such a special opportunity to be on a ball field with other girls that are playing baseball. We relax when we're with our peers. We have more fun when we're with our peers, and we're seeing these girls come to life.
Recently at the 3M Open at TPC Twin Cities, fans, including myself, got a unique experience. Using AI technology, they were able to turn themselves into holograms in a matter of seconds. There was also a bunker challenge where fans were able to show off their chipping skills. But what caught our eye was this putting course that gave back. Organizers said they were donating $15 to First Tee for every hole-in-one. The charity makes golf accessible to all kids and helps them fall in love with the game.
It's very calming, it's peaceful, it's fun to play, and it's just like all around the board. It's like one of the best sports in my top 5.
I feel like it's a good program to be a part of. I hope a lot of kids get into it as well because it's fun. Even though looking at it on TV, I used to find it boring, not involved in it at all, but being able to play it in person, it's like a lot of fun.
Up next, big steps are being made towards making girls flag football a sanctioned sport. In the last 3 years, the Vikings have invested more than $300,000 in the growth and development of the sport. The mission culminated in the first ever high school summer league championship at TCO Stadium. The only 4 schools in the league competed against each other, with Rosemount winning the first championship by just 1 point, 27-26. But despite that, this was a win for everyone.
They are trailblazing a brand new sport in a state that hasn't had it before, and they are going to be able to 10 years from now look back and watch girls play for state championships because of that.
We learned so much in such a short period of time. So every game you're just getting better and better. And like in the beginning, some people didn't even know how to catch balls, and some people didn't know how to pull flags. So like to get here, it's so crazy.
They know the game. They understand the game, and you have to give them credit for that because they did a phenomenal job. So I think this is fun for everyone. It's fun for them, and the way they competed, I think they'll definitely continue to get numbers and grow the league. So I'll be following along.
I'd be a little insecure. I'd have to really lace up the cleats. I mean, these guys are juking people out their shoes, making really cool plays. So I'm impressed with the level of play.
This is not old power club football. This is legit playmaker football.
Or people think girls are like they're not very competitive. They're just kind of here to look pretty, but no, we're here to compete. We like to get dirty. We like to have fun.
We can be just as tough as anyone, really. That we can put in the work, put in the effort, and we can just do whatever we want.
It was great because they started, with a blank chalkboard here, and everything they did, they got layered up through the years. So I got to watch the journey from nothing to like high-level football here in a short time.
This sport's obviously not going anywhere, and to add flag football to the mix and our female athletes here in the great state of Minnesota is incredible.
Flag football will be added to the 2028 Summer Olympic Games in Los Angeles. And speaking of summer games, St. Francis native Dakota Lindworm is getting ready to run the women's marathon race. It's the very last event of the Paris Olympics, and it's being held on Sunday. She's one of 3 women representing Team USA in the marathon. Lindworm knows we'll all be rooting from her back here in Minnesota, though her biggest cheerleader will always be her mom, who she lost to cancer in 2020.
It's hard not having her here to celebrate with, but I know that she's in heaven just like telling everybody, like, that's my kid, she's mine, telling everybody how proud she is of me. So I swear sometimes I can hear her up there when I'm racing.
It's incredible to see her do this. She's put a lot of hard work. I've seen her lead a lot of races, and she might not know, but she's got a lot of people rooting for her.
The event will include a more than 1,400-foot climb and a descent of another more than 1,400 feet through the City of Light, making it one of the toughest courses in Olympic history. An inspiring Minnetonka teen is making a global impact through her love of running. 19-year-old Maya Moore launched a nonprofit called Girls Run Global earlier this year. Barrett Leone has more on the organization aiming to empower girls in underdeveloped countries.
It's moments like this that make it all worth it.
I'm certain that the memories from that trip are going to be ones that stick with me for life.
Back home in Minnesota, Maya Moore feels grateful.
It was such an incredible success, and really we couldn't have done it without all of the support we received.
The 19-year-old started Girls Run Global earlier this year, kicking off its first running program at Sega Girls School in Tanzania.
The girls, by the end of it, were absolutely lit up by it.
Alongside Moore, 3 volunteers helped 70 girls get fitted with the gear.
We brought 12 duffel bags of gear in the end.
But also to set them up for the long run.
Yes, we want them to become involved in the sport itself, but more importantly, we want them to be able to harness the incredible power of the sport to help them empower themselves long term in whatever they do.
In a survey after a 2-week program, every girl expressed their confidence improved.
Strong and confident.
And a majority said they wanted to continue running, had better focus, energy, and a closer connection with their peers. A huge success.
Those goals that we hope to achieve, the girls really experience that for themselves.
Goals. Moore is determined to help girls across the globe reach.
I know how impactful running can be, and I had hoped that they would be able to experience that in the same way, but to have that actually happen was really exciting and just furthered my belief in our long-term mission.
Barrett Leone, WCCO News.
If you're interested in learning more about the organization, check out this story on WCCO.com. Thanks for watching this week's Women in Sports. We'll be back with more great stories about amazing female athletes next week. I'm Marielle Mose.